Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Sub Hub podcast. I'm EmKay Sullivan.
And I'm Dani Moreno.
And with us today, we have Lauren Gregory, winner of the 2022 Loon Mountain Race, Team USA member, got 12th at World Champs this year, 8-time All-American, SEC champion in the mile just a week ago with a 4:31, and newest member of the trail team. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're so excited to talk to you and just all the members of the trail team. We have another episode with Grayson and Andy that's going to be coming out ahead of these interviews. And we just find the whole project so fascinating. It's very exciting for the sub ultra space. And so we want to introduce you all to the trail community for those folks who may not be aware of who you are yet. So first off, why were you interested in the trail team? You already have some trail results behind you, so you're not incredibly new to the space. I mean, you're on Team USA and you already have a gold medal for the team in the uphill. And so, yeah, what interested you about the team?
Yeah, I think despite having done some trail races, they were really not extremely guided. I was kind of just doing what sounded fun, which I mean is, not the worst way to go about things, but I think meeting Grayson and seeing Andy again at the Challenge Salina in Italy in, I think, late August, they may have seen that there is some gaps in my approach to trail running and training and things. And so I'm really excited to actually know what I'm doing and have some guidance and I don't know, just have people help me get off the ground. And I'm so used to the NCAA, so this next step will require some, more legwork and just adapting to changes. But I do want to make trail running part of my life moving forward. So yeah, I'm really excited for this opportunity to get some help.
Yeah. So when did you start trail running? I know you've probably been a runner like most of your life, but
I guess I grew up near Fort Collins, like east of Fort Collins, and I'd go and run Fort Collins Track Club when I was a kid, and my mom would take me and we'd do track club, and then she'd pick up dinner and we'd go to where the old stadium was at CSU. And after track club, I guess I just was bored of hiking or something, or I guess track wasn't that difficult. And I would just run up to the top of this like old stadium area, and it was just all like beautiful trail and switchbacks and stuff. And my mom would meet me at the top and we'd eat dinner up there. And I don't know, like the whole track club was fun, but then I'd look most forward to that time afterwards. And then in high school, I moved to Fort Collins and went to Fort Collins High School. And that's how we did our summer training. And my teammates and I just got really into it. And I don't know, any chance we'd get on an off season to go do like a trail long run, we just do it. So I don't know, it's just a part of what I loved about running.
That's awesome. I don't know about you, Dani, but when I hear like high school kids who are like, yeah, I grew up on the trails, I get really jealous because growing up in Arkansas, I just ran on the roads every day. And then I went to college, and that was when I was like, whoa, there's dirt. And Dani's from LA, so
yeah, I mean, I learned about trail running in this most recent phase of my life. And so I just think I'm jealous. And also just I think that's just so cool that you were introduced to that at such a young age, and already have an appreciation for the outdoors, which I think some people don't get at all in their lives at sometimes. So that's awesome. So you are wicked fast. We'll just address that. PRs, 4:31 in the mile, 15:25 in the 5K, 32 and a half pretty much in the 10K. What draws you to the trails? Because I feel like we'll call it cookie cutter just because I can't think of another way to explain it. But if I was a shoe brand, I would be trying to get you to come to the roads and to continue doing track. Do you see yourself kind of stepping in all the worlds after college? Or are you just going to focus on trail? Like, what's exciting you post-collegiately?
Yeah, I think trail was the first plan. The speed kind of came second. I think when I came out of high school, trail running is the career I wanted to do, but just going to college is what everyone, you go run NCAA and you have a team, and Like it just seemed like what I needed to do. And so then coming to college and having success was kind of secondary to my plan. And I never really considered being like a track professional, but then it just kind of became an option, I guess. And like last year, I was thinking about just pursuing track and foregoing eligibility and stuff, but I just couldn't give up on wanting to, the original goal of wanting to be a trail runner and do more trail projects. And so getting to do Thailand and just put my name out that way was, I don't know, eye-opening and kind of opened some doors, and like at least just let people know that this is kind of the direction I wanted to take my career anyways. So I think the track stuff was secondary, but now I'm at like kind of a point where I do want to do both because I'm enjoying it so much, but trail is really where my heart lies. And I don't know, trail running is just my favorite expression of the sport. So hopefully maybe emphasizing trail and getting to still maybe rip a couple more fast times on the track. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. The nice thing about those seasons, at least, is you can do a lot of like trail in the summer and the fall, but still do track in the winter, spring time. I mean, Dani and I kind of do that occasionally. Like Dani's training for the marathon right now. I just finished training for a half. Last year I trained or 2 years ago, maybe I trained for a 5K. So the seasons can definitely like line up pretty well. And I'm excited at the fact that you're going to like still dabble in the track world, maybe.
Yeah, I hope so. I think there's just so much to do, and I'm not the best with patience, so I'll probably learn my lesson a couple of times with that. But I don't know. It's just exciting that you're not confined to one way of doing things, and everyone has a different approach. So hopefully I figure out one that works for me.
Yeah. And it's exciting that you have Grayson, for example, as a mentor, someone who's, had to construct a whole season or a whole year and figure out how things kind of place and potentially complement each other and, finding that balance. I think it's important, this podcast, I hope, is speaking to the whole trail community, but also to a lot of athletes in your shoes that are in college and trying to decide like what they're going to do. And it's like, you can do everything, you just got to figure out how it works for you and how it's going to layer together. And like, maybe 1 year you are going to focus more on track, but that's only going to help your trail running, and then vice versa. Like trail running is going to help your track running and maybe a half marathon one day. So it's cool to hear that you're most passionate about trail, but that you're also considering the other aspects of running.
Right. And I don't know, I think the longevity of it is a lot improved with including trail running, because I don't know, I do get burnt out over a long season of track, especially with the NCAA, just like racing and competing all the time. And I think for me, like I need to keep it as fresh and diverse as possible to like avoid that, because I love running. There's times when you just get absolutely swamped by it.
Yeah. And I'm curious, are you planning on like moving back near home after college to train, or are you staying around Fayetteville? What's the plan, or do you have one yet?
No plan currently. Home is no longer Fort Collins family wise. They've moved to California and Arizona and stuff. So yeah, they're kind of scattered, leaving me options to go near them. But the world is wide open for me at the moment. No solid plans yet. I'm hoping June will illuminate some things. That's the plan, is figure things out more so then.
You're still young. You don't need to have it figured out.
No, I still don't have my life figured out. So
no.
That is life.
Maybe that's the place to be.
They don't tell you adulthood is just most of it you're confused the entire time. So that's awesome.
Cool.
So what?
Good. I'm not going to even try to pretend like I'm not confused then.
Amen, Lauren. Keep it that way.
Yes.
So what distances are you interested in? I mean, trail running, there's such an expansive universe. You did the VK, you were on the VK world team, but now that you're kind of like going through this transition, are you still interested in shorter races like the VK? I know you did Sky Peaks, which for our listeners out there, Lauren beat me coming into that race, which was really cool to see her up there. So yeah, like what distances, maybe what races are exciting to you right now?
Oh man. I did like the VK. I think I need to figure out how to train for that a little bit better. I like that Sky Peaks distance. Honestly, I'm just not super versed in how to train for these longer distances. I kind of just throw myself into it and see what happens. Like right now I'm training for more mile and maybe 15, which is like at least last year I was doing more 10K, 5K training. So we'll see how I can like keep up strength over the spring and carry that into summer races. But I like the vertical stuff. It's just such a different challenge and it doesn't even like play into a runner's strengths really because you're kind of just walking. But I really do want to try Pikes Peak. That's been something I've been into since, high school, just watching just all the professionals and huge names come and just demolish that mountain. And so I am really interested in doing that. We'll just see. I think this summer I'm leaving it open to seeing like how I feel in June. I'd like to race USA's, which is now until like early July, and then going from there. But I do like the sub ultra distance because it just allows for so much variation in like what you can do and I don't know, letting training kind of dictate what you do. That's the plan, hopefully.
Yeah, I think Pikes Peak would be right up your alley, especially
I hope so.
being somebody who grew up at altitude. I think it'll be a good one for you. So it sounds like maybe you don't have a schedule yet because you're still trying to figure out USA's. So yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, nothing's locked in. I have some things written down and like what I want to try. I'd like to go like back over to Europe and do some of those races, like maybe that WMRA like World Cup stuff. I think the Golden Trail series might be a little long because that Flagstaff race was a little long for me. And yeah, we'll just see how like training ends up shaping up because I don't want to compromise my last year of eligibility with like thinking too far ahead. And yeah, but we'll just see.
Yeah, you have plenty of years and seasons ahead of you. Enjoy that final eligibility and just kind of like, get the most out of it that you possibly can. But I guess this like selfishly, I'm a little sad. So this means you probably won't do Centipede Scramble and try to make the team there.
I wish I could, but I think if I did I think I could do the mountain running championships US, but I think Worlds is just NCAA weekends if I did make that.
Yeah, that'd be a little tough.
No one would have. I would be down, but I don't think anyone here would be all that stoked.
Nah,
see you later.
You gotta go to NCAAs.
Yeah, you got to do it. It's one of those moments in your life you'll look back upon. You'll be so happy that you did.
Yeah.
You can go to World Championships other years.
Yeah, in a couple more years.
It's all good.
You're all good.
I'll just get minor FOMO, but I'll be stoked for everybody who goes.
That's awesome. So are you planning to because the trail team right now we understand that you guys will have jerseys and stuff and you'll have this collective identity so people could kind of point you out at races, which is really exciting. We've heard about you guys racing as a team potentially like across nationals, which is also exciting. I kind of want to get in on that. And so are you looking to like potentially get sponsored this year? Because we do understand if you do, then you would, wear that gear. Or is there any brands that are exciting you?
Yeah, I hope to get a contract just for some support in what I want to do. I would like to just go all in on running for the next few years and just see where that takes me. I don't know if it's going to last forever, but at least after college, like I've gotten used to this. Sorry, dog. This lifestyle. Like this year has just been so light school wise that it's like given me so much time to focus and just, I don't know, hone the craft a little bit better. But yeah, so a sponsorship would be great. If not, figure it out. But the trail team seems like at least a really, really nice like safety blanket of help and some support and at least just some networking connections and stuff. So hopefully working towards that. I guess I can't really know anything until after NCAA. So we'll just see.
Nice.
And for the listeners out there, where can we follow you on social?
I really am not great at anything social wise, but I do have Instagram. It's LGZ, 5 E's, ZY. LGEEEEEZY.
Can you pronounce it for the listeners? I just want to hear you say it.
This is just a like self-proclaimed pronunciation, but it is LGZ.
I love
Or
it.
some people do call me just GZ, which I do respond to.
I like it.
I love it. Okay. Well, when you're getting on some big old podium, we're going to be shouting out, "Yeah, GZ, way to go."
I would really appreciate that first little touch.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Lauren. We will definitely have you on in the future. And yeah, thanks to all the listeners out there for listening to the Sub Hub.